Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at Avengers blog, which is a pretty easy, straightforward type CTF. I've already started the machine, so let's get started. So first thing first, on the deploy Avengers, you recently deploy get the flag 1 cookie value. Let's move to task 1. Let's click complete. Okay, so cookies. So for that, let's visit the I've connected to the VPN through the GUI. They do have open VPN GUI. You can download the VPN file and then you can upload it through here, which I've done that already. So let's go back and copy the IP address. For this one, I'm not going to use the terminal as much. So this is the blog. We have Iron Man, Spider-Man, Thanos, Fat Thor, Hulk. Clicking on them doesn't do anything. Just bring you back to the top. So to get the cookie, we can do right click and then we can inspect. We can click on the network tab. We're gonna have to reload the page, so we can press F5 and then we're gonna click on the top one, the root, and then the flag should be, so we're looking at the header. Let's put this one right here. So there it is, flag number 1 right here at the, which is cookie secrets. We can copy the value. We go back. Oh, I get rid of the Tryhackme. Let's get it back. Okay, so let's answer the first question. I don't know if okay, that's correct. And now let's move to task number 3, which is HTTP header. HTTP headers let a client and server pass information within HTTP request or response. Headers name and value are separated by a single column in an integral part of the HTTP protocol. So we can also get the same information by looking at the through here, so cookie. So we already have that. Now we're looking for flag number 2. We have to read, so let's click. Let's see. Request response. If not, then I will use the terminal. It should be here somewhere, I believe. Oh, there it is, flag number 2. Okay, so headers are important. Copy value, So to use the terminal, since I didn't want to use the terminal as much, we can use curl. I don't know if curl is installed. Yes, it is. Let me I'm not sure how to exit from here. Okay, so we can use curl -I, and the IP address, I believe, is the -I should get us the information that we want, or -v 10.201 43 150. I'm not used to using this. Maybe let's do -v. Yes, so -v, because it's a little bit different than using Linux. So we have, so the same information can be found by using the curl command. Flag number 2 is here. Oh, only flag number 2 can be found here. Could the cookie have to be we have to use the inspect option to get the cookie. I'm sure there's a way we can get the cookie by using the curl command, but I'm just not sure what that is. But with the help command, there is a command you can use to get the cookie. So now we have the cookie, we have the header. Now we can move to enumeration in FTP. So for this one, I'm not going to use Nmap, I'm going to use Nmap. So I'm just gonna use the GUI for that one. Keep it very where is it? Is it here? So I'm gonna use this. So let's get the IP address. Let me make this a little bit smaller. Let me make this smaller. Let's copy the IP address. So I'm going to use, is this correct? Let's see, T4A and V. One more thing is missing. Let's put on privilege. I think that's correct, on privilege. Let's see if this is the correct. Maybe I misspelled privilege wrong. Who knows? So we'll use the GUI. So from this, oh, okay, it's done. I was gonna say before the scan even finish, we can see that we have 3 port open by using the -v, which is for verbose. We have port 80 open, port 22, and port 21 open. So by using this, we can still get the same information by using the terminal. So we have an FTP, which is running on port 21, port 22, which is SSH, and then we have port 80, which is HTTP, and it's running the Avengers blog. So now we have the 3 ports. So this one, we have the tab, we have the host information, we have the skin that I use, the 3 ports that are open, and then the result. So I don't know, today I decided to use GUI for this room. It's very simple. So what, you look around the FTP share and read flag number 3. Also same thing for this one. I'm not going to use the terminal. Let me make this, I'm going to use this. Okay, so let me add the new one. I don't remember the, let me delete this one. Let me close. I don't remember the IP address. I keep forgetting the IP address. Okay, so let's add a new host so we're gonna do Avengers. The host is 10 201 43 150. Let's use FTP port 21. We don't have anonymous login, so I believe they give us the login information here. Yes, they do give us the login information here, which is good, the username, and I am good for the password. So let's use that to log in. So good. I am. Oops. So let's log in. Let's connect. Let's see if it's going to connect. For this, you can also use FileZilla. I believe FileZilla is another can connect. Let me see. What did I do wrong? Something must have. Let's try this again. Let's do try. The name doesn't matter. Let's do Avengers. Let's do maybe the IP address. I didn't get the IP address correct. Pass. Let's see. So we're gonna use FTP. Let's see. Good. I am. I can see that maybe it's the password that I'm inputting correctly. Let's try one more time. Duplicate session name. Okay, so I guess the password must have been incorrect. So now we in, so we can click on file, which is the only thing I have, and this is our flag. We can download it. I don't think we can take a look at it from on this side. We have to download it into our machine, and here it is. And now let's do override. What am I doing? I click on it. I need to click open. So this is our flag for flag number 3. We can copy it. We go back. We paste that over here and submit. So now let's use gobuster. It's the same thing for gobuster. I'm not going to use the terminal. We do have a gobuster tools that we can use for Windows. Only if I can find it. So let me close these out. I don't need them anymore. Let's close this. We don't need this. Let's do they do have a gobuster app that we can use. So let's do oops. Let's get the IP address. Let's do 10 201 43 150. So let's do the HTTP in front of it. HTTP. Oops. Okay, so let's do go faster. I have managed to download I do have a Linux server, so I was able to get the word list from that server into my Windows machine. So I'm gonna use the word list from there. So let's go to my D drive word list. I'm going to use the dir common word list to keep it very simple, and then let's see 10 201 43 150. Let's do start. Let's see, what do we have? Okay, we have something. We have a couple of things that we can check out. Okay, I think that's it. I don't think we're gonna get anything else. We can visit each of these one by one. So home probably gonna be the log, not the blog page. So the only one that is of interest of us is the portal, because these are probably gonna be the home. So we can check out the portal. So let's go back. Let's do portal. Oops, let me get rid of the inspect tab. So we do have this. We need to log in. So according to the walkthrough, let's enter this portal. Okay, so now let's move to SQL injection. So we do have, like I mentioned, this room is guided, so they give us the answers. But me, I usually use the terminal for all my rooms. So this one I'm using GUI application to get the same result. So you should see the following page above. We're going to manually exploit this page using an attack called SQL injection. SQL injection is a code injection technique that manipulates an SQL query. You can execute your own SQL. You could destroy the database, reveal our database data such as username and password, or trick the web server in authenticating you. So this is a very simple SQL command. Select everything from user, where username equal, you put whatever that is, and then you put whatever password is, and then boom, that's it. So the SQL injection that we're gonna be using is a very simple one. So let's go back. It's gonna be the single quote space or 1 equal 1, and then commenting everything out. So this is just letting us know it's either the comment out, meaning we're gonna ignore everything afterward, meaning the password is gonna get ignored. 1 plus 1 is always true, because they don't have enough security to stop attack from happening. We will get access. So pretty much what is happening here. So we're gonna, this is the username. The single quote 1 plus 1 equal true. We could trick the query and to authenticate us as the single quote character. Will break the SQL query, and 1 equal 1 is will evaluate as true. To conclude, having our first user input as the user of the account, and user input 2 being the condition to make this query true, the final query will be select everything from username. So we using the admin, that's what the username will be, and password equal the quote 1 plus 1, meaning this will always be true. So if they don't have enough security in place to stop this from happening, all that will be required is the admin. And if there happen to be an admin username, then we will be able to get access without actually inputting a password and the password field. So let's copy this from top and bottom. So we're able to get access. So now log into the Avengers site, view the page source or many line of codes are there. So that is very simple. We can do right click, view page source, and then we can scroll all the way at the bottom. I believe that is 223. It should be 223. I don't think 220, because they said line of code. There's nothing at 224. So 223 should be the answer. If not, then 224 it is. So 223 is our answer. So now let's move to remote code execution. So you should be logged into Java's access panel. Here we can execute command on the machine. I wonder if we can exploit this to read file on the system. Try executing the ls command. We can try that. We can do ls. So it give us this, so we can run code execution into this machine. Let me close this one out. Let's go back. So now list all file in the current directory. Now try joining two Linux coming together to list file in the parent directory by running cd -- root and then the semicolon. I believe that's the semicolon symbol, and then ls. So we can just copy this. Copy. Let's press enter. Okay, so we do have a flag, and the flag number 5 is looking at us. So now we need to read it. So we can do the same thing again. We can do semicolon, and then we can do cat. Oops, let's do a space. Cat flags 5. Oops, there's no s. .txt. Okay, comment is disallowed. So the cat comment probably is not allowed because the cd work, the ls work, so the cat doesn't work. So we need to find another way to read the file. So let's go back. I believe they give it to us somewhere. Okay, they do not. But oh no, the cat command is disallowed. We'll have to think of another Linux command we can use to read it. Let me see what this is. Okay, well, there's nothing here, but I do know another command that we can try to read this, which is the tac. I believe it's tac, if I'm being honest. Yep, it's the tac command, which would allow us to read the flag, which is over here. So we can copy our flag. Copy. So like I mentioned, this one was pretty easy. The only difference between this room and every other room I have done is that I did not use the terminal at all. Most of I've only used GUI application. I've only used the GUI application to get all the information that we need. We can use that because sometimes we have to be able to use whatever we have available to us to get the information that we need. So this was pretty easy, nothing special about it because all the answers was giving to us. I just wanted to show a different way of getting all the answers without relying on the terminal, even though Linux is all terminal. There's no GUI. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Until next time, bye bye.